What does a butter knife and a bunch of frozen hamburger patties have to do with hypnosis?
Well, you're about to find out. Let me give you the example of the butter knife and the patties. You know, I've tried to get patties apart in the past with a sharp frickin' knife, holding a stack of 4 frozen patties separated by paper. They're jammed together. I got the pointed knife and I'm jamming like this, risking putting it through my frickin' hand. And then I saw a hack. I could never get the damn things apart. And this guy said, look how easy it is. He said, put them on edge on a cutting board, take a butter knife, which is a round edge knife, put it between the 2 patties, take a hammer, just give it a tap, bang, they fall apart instantly. And I thought, man, so many things are like this. When we know the hack, things can be very, very simple, and hypnosis is the same.
And these are called distinctions, right? Distinctions are the difference that makes the difference. So if the butter knife and the frozen hamburger patties, the distinction is you use this butter knife instead of a sharp steak knife where you're stabbing yourself and drawing blood. We're going to talk about some hypnotic distinctions that will make your hypnotic work better. And the first one is...
to go faster, go slower.
Right. So we say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And if you slow down and give yourself time, so a lot of the times, let's say somebody's learning how to do hypnotic language and they are so unsure about what to say.
They're motor mouth.
Very beginning, our students are either motor mouth or they don't talk at all because they don't realize that it's okay to slow down and give yourself the requisite time to permit your brain to generate that language on the fly. So that's one distinction.
Now let's just say Milton Erickson, the greatest hypnotist who ever lived, in our estimation for sure, and many people's, he spoke at 75 words a minute when he was doing hypnosis, which is half the rate of the average person. When you slow down when doing hypnosis, it helps the person go into these deep kinesthetic states, and it makes your work more powerful.
All right, now we're gonna go to the next one. So number 2, the client is the one who does the work.
Right, now this is so important, not just for the hypnotist to know, but for the client to know too. People would say to me when I was a therapist, well, is it gonna work? And I'd say the same thing every time. Look, I do this 100% correct every time because I've done it 1 trillion times. The only one who can fail is you. And I put the onus of the change on the client. They go, oh, really? Yes, just do exactly what I'm telling you to do when I tell you to do it, and you'll be the one who changes and you'll be the one who does the work and recognizes the client.
That leads to interactive sessions too, where the client doesn't just think they have to close their eyes and relax and magic will happen with your words.
Waiting for something to happen. No, they have to participate. How about this one, Chris? Number 3, no threshold, no change.
Right, and that's because people won't change unless they're at threshold. We have another video on this. We have a blog post on this. We'll make sure we link it in the description and maybe put a card up here that you can click if you want to know more about threshold. But if someone's at threshold, it means something's got to change. It's got to be me that makes the change,
and it's got to be now.
And that's really it. I mean, you can watch the other video we have on threshold, but make sure that you are working with people who actually are at threshold. That's a game changer.
If they're not at threshold, either they won't change or the change won't last. If they are at threshold, you're off to the races because the change will be powerful, profound, and will change their life.
Okay, number 4 is engage the emotions. That gives you better efficiency. You'll get better results if you're using the focused attention, the rapport, the focused attention, and redirecting attention and bringing it inside and then evoking emotions and also imagination. Right?
Yes, emotions will bring in more imagination, and imagination will fuel hypnosis. Now, what about this? Your subject should like you, because if your subject likes you, what happens?
Well, then there's rapport, and then it almost doesn't matter what the change method is. Anything that is normally going
heresy,
to work.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like if you can just be a master of rapport, kind of an important thing, then almost anything will work if they're motivated and they're at threshold. Now, that's going to actually lead to, we have links, we can probably put some links in here on what rapport is and how to create it, but that does lead to number 6, and that's about motivated subjects.
Right, motivated subjects do the work and they do the changing. So help them change. Stop talking about the problem and help the client fix it, because far too many hypnotists spend way too much time on the client intake, asking all about their past and all these different things. There comes a point that you have to work on it and you have enough information and it's time to move on.
All right, so hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then it's probably worth your while to check out the link in the description under this video, where we will give you a link to the test drive to the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. It's I think it's 29 curated videos. There's no credit card required. You just give us your name and your email so that we can create your account, and you get 14 days to go through the entire test drive. Check it out. Find out if we're your kind of people. And Mike's waiting for me to ring the bell, because once you hit the subscribe button on this YouTube video, then you'll have a little bell. You can click it, and then you'll be notified of all our new videos. I said that weird, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Because we're at the end of the video. So we hope you enjoyed it. Check out the test drive of the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. It's the best way online, very affordably, to make sure that you get these skills. And
thanks again.
We'll see you in the next video. Good night.
Good night.